Hey there, it's Wayfair here, where delivery and setup are as easy as a few taps on your phone. You're relaxing in an old hammock, scrolling Wayfair's app, when you spot it, a brand new patio set. Next thing you know, Wayfair delivers it right to your patio and sets it up. Oh, you need a new grill too? All right, Wayfair's got you covered. With Wayfair's Room of Choice delivery and fast expert setup on qualifying orders, life gets a little easier. Visit wayfair.com or the Wayfair app.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
There are hidden pages that can actually help you get noticed when people are searching for what you do. And I've mentioned this in previous episodes, but today I'm putting it all together so that you can always come back in any time and you can have a reality check on what to create to fix. And here's the best part. This episode works even if you don't have a website, because I'm going to show you how to turn these findable pages into posts, into Instagram, into your LinkedIn, into your TikToks, so that you can actually show up when people are already searching for help. By the end of this episode, you'll know exactly what to do to make sure your name doesn't get flagged or skipped. Hey, I'm Veronica Di Polo, and I help service business owners turn their words into leads and stay visible to the people they want to attract. Each week, I talk about how to promote your business with words humans use, not machines, so you get found and chosen faster. Welcome to the Branding Momentum Podcast. So what is inside of these hidden pages? You don't need new pages. You just need to fix the pages that you already have. And these are the pages where humans and people actually read to decide if you are real or not, if you're legit or not. And I'm talking about your about page, your FAQs, your services, your contact page, and your testimonials. Now, what should be inside of them? This is the tricky part, okay? And they need to answer the questions that people actually are asking for. Like, who are you? What do you do? Specifically, like, what is your specialty? Where are you based? Who have you worked for? It is very important. I know a lot of us don't like to say who we work for, but this is very important because they can fact check if that has happened in the past. Like, what are the results that you actually create for somebody? How do people actually work with you? And that is it. This is mainly the information that humans want to know, but also the AI tools want to know. Now, every single one of those answers are little breadcrumbs that we're leaving for the humans, but also for the machine. And the easier they are to find, the easier it will be for them to actually know who you are. Now, let's really talk about the pages that AI tools can actually find you, but also the humans. Now, these are not new, they're not sexy, but they're the ones that actually do the heavy lifting. If you are busy and you're working with your clients, like you're creating these content so that it doesn't disappear like 24 hours later. So if these are things that you're posting on your stories and things that disappear, no, these will stay on your website. Now, let's talk about the FAQ page. The FAQ page is where the magic really happens or not, because the AI tools can actually scan this information as a Q&A script, for example. So if you got real questions, you need to be able to answer as real as you can. It's not like, for example, like, how long does it take? Now, do you work internationally? What is included? All these informations are golden. If you have any of these is great. Now, if it's filled with fun stuff about you and, things that actually inspires you, then delete all of them because nobody really cares, not even the humans, not the machines as well. Now, the next one is really important because it's all about your about page. And it isn't going to be your autobiography. And if you've heard me say this before, you need to write this for the person that is actually reading this. You can't do this if you're an autobiography, but you need to make it sound as if you are alone in that page with the reader and they feel what you're saying. So it's like a little bit like a storytelling, I will always say. But this page needs to work for both AI and the humans, because this is going to differentiate you from other pages, because this is where they will know if you are legit or not. And you need to include here who you help, where you're based, what you specialize in. If you have one or two results, you should put them there and show the proof. You should also include this because AI will reference what you're saying here with your social media, what you already are putting inside of your social media bios. And if your titles or your tone doesn't really match what is already on social media, it lowers the confidence of who they believe that you are. Now, the next one needs to be case studies. And I would say one is more than enough. You don't have to create a bunch of case studies. But if you decide to go this route, then this is the information that you should have. Even if you only have one, make it as detailed as you can. Like case studies, a lot of people, I mean, I remember in university, I used to do these case studies and I loved them, or I would read about them. And this is exactly what we're talking about. You have to make it seem as the names, the timetable, the metrics, the graphs, everything needs to be very specific to that case study. So, for example, how we help local interior designers get booked out in the next season, for example. But I would say, if you can, put the name of that company, how you help them. So they can also actually publish this same case study in their own website. And this is what I call about collaborations, things like that. And what these case studies do is that they get ranked in Google and favored by ChatGPT because you are telling a story about something that happened. So these are like really, really good to have on your website if you can make those. Now, the next one is going to be your service pages. And it's not going to be one, and it's going to be a lot of pages. And what I mean is, like, I've seen a lot of websites where they have their services and they just simply mention them and that is it. No, I am saying each service should have its own page. Why? Because it should tell within that title, the description, the location, the pricing. Okay, maybe not the pricing because not many people like to put the prices, but if you could, make it one per page so that it has more information for the human, but also the machine to actually know exactly how you work each service. The more the pages that you have, the better the search entries, but also more surface for these AI tools to actually discover you. So if you only have it in one, chances are you have lots more of competition because other people have so many pages for their services. So you have to do this if you really want to get noticed, of course, and get fined. Now, one of the hidden pages that not many people actually do is the resources or the inside pages. And these prove your original thinking. These don't necessarily have to be a blog. This could be something of a maybe 3 posts that you answer questions in your niche, but they are really good enough so for them to actually know exactly how you think. For example, you could say things like the mistake when people make when hiring, blah, 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 or how to tell it is time to redo your whatever you solve. So make sure that you have these little answers. These are kind of different, really, from FAQs and Q&As, because this is more like the thinking, the questions that you would get, or the questions that somebody would write on a Google or a Perplexity or ChatGPT, but it's tailored to your ideal potential clients. Now, Google and ChatGPT and all these things will actually pick this first because they will look for experts that actually solve these questions. Now, the other place that is really important is your contact and your thank you pages that not many people actually realize. It is tiny, but it's very powerful when you actually create these contact sections and your thank you pages, because you will be adding your geolocation, for example, where you are, your city, your region, your time zone, what you do and who you work with, or maybe you have a Calendly link. These things are very important. Even that Calendly link where you have all that information and you provide all that description, it is also very important because you are infusing your keywords that are specific to you and your business. A lot of people don't do this. You need to know exactly what are the keywords that describe your business and differentiates you from everybody else. And these keywords should be in everything that you're putting out. And in your thank you pages, you can put a line, or what do you do and how do you do it? And maybe put a link and get it back into your main services. Things like this are simple, but are very effective. And all these pages will be live. You just need to treat them like they really do matter and they should actually help you. They're not hidden because they're invisible. They are hidden because you haven't touched them in a while. And that's why I am here trying to help you to actually improve them a little bit. Okay. Now, when you don't have a website, and this is really more the reality of 2026, right? You don't have a website. You don't want to have a website. You do everything on your social media. And how can we actually get noticed and picked? Your content is your website. I get it. Now, let's work with this. If you don't know, AI can actually hear what you say and actually can read everything that you're writing, right? That's how they choose who they're going to recommend. And the more you actually see, if you go into your ChatGPT, they're showing you TikToks and things like that, right? So your captions need to answer the same as we talked about on your website. They need to answer these type of questions that people are having. So within your captions, you can actually and simply naturally answer these. For example, if you have something, when should actually somebody book a wedding planner in Spain? And you can actually, reply to that. Or maybe, how do I make a rental look good without chasing for furniture? What is the difference between marketing and branding? These sort of questions, you can simply answer them into your captions. I've always said that if you could, try to have, especially on Instagram and TikTok, by the way, you can have this pin post where you can actually answer all these questions. And if you leave them there and put all your keywords, put all the answers that you have, all the Q&As, all the questions that you get over and over again, leave them there so these AI tools actually know that this is who you are, who you work for, where you are, what you do, how you help, all the questions that are always there. And then you simply, of course, create your content for your people, right? One of the things that you could actually do is to start your videos. Or if you have videos or reels or your TikToks or anything, you can always say, I'm an interior designer in Madrid, or I plan destinations from New York, or I am based in Italy. It doesn't matter. Maybe say your name and say what you do and where you are from. These kind of things are very important. I personally don't do that in my podcast, and I should be doing it. But I am Veronica Di Polo, and I live in Moraira, Spain. So I'm just dropping it here just in case. But it really does help the AI tools, but also the machines and the humans to actually know exactly where you are. Another idea, if you have these pin posts, you can also say things like the before and after and how it was with this client. Like these little, maybe you can have a Q&A, a post about Q&A. Another one maybe about client transformations, or who am I? What do I do? All these three, you can actually change them from time to time, maybe twice a year, because maybe you get new people on your socials and you're reintroducing yourself again. So you might be wondering why all of this actually matters. And you might be thinking, well, I don't actually need this V. I have clients. I am busy. Why should I care if AI finds me? Well, AI has already found you and is actually introducing you without you even knowing that it's already introducing you. And the whole point about doing this is that you need to set the record straight. You need to tell AI exactly how you want to be presented, not them deciding or coming up with words that they don't even understand well what you actually do. So the best thing for you is to make sure that these AI tools know exactly who you are, what you do, where you are, from your bios, from your, podcast titles, from everything that you're doing. You're describing it so they know, oh, this person is this. It's not that they assumed that you were that. So you're really setting the record straight because they're already out there figuring out who you are, really. Now, before I let you go, this is how you stay in the room when people are searching for exactly what you already do. So this is you making sure that the people know, but also the machine knows exactly what you do. So I really hope that you take this into heart and consider it, and maybe have somebody within your team or yourself who can actually, update all this information and put the right keywords. And I told you in a few other episodes before, come back to this if you feel that you are not being found the right way that you need to be found. Look for the keywords that really do describe you and differentiate you from any other business that is your competition. Okay? I hope to see you same time, same place next week. Bye-bye.